Om Shanti. Good evening, everyone, and very warm welcome to the next session, day 4 of this Rajyoga course. We've been understanding about self-realization. We also discussed about God realization, knowing God, and we have taken a little bit brief introduction about Rajyoga. And today, in this session, we will talk about the proper systematic way, basis, foundation of Rajyoga, and the method, how actually we have to practice this Rajyoga meditation. So first, before beginning the session, let us sit in a little reflection for a few minutes. Let me relax myself. Taking a deep breath in and letting it out. I have been playing different roles throughout the day. I've been dealing with people, with relationships, and with different situations. Now, this moment, it's time to be with myself. Let me bring my attention from outside towards my inner being. I prepare myself for this spiritual journey. For next 1 hour, I just tell my mind, this is my personal time. Simply put down everything else and be with yourself. So to begin with, first of all, this is very important to be with myself, because we are very much used to thinking about others, about the people and the situations outside. I really need to tell myself that this is my personal time before I begin with this journey of meditation, of Rajyoga meditation. Let us now understand the concept, the idea behind Rajyoga meditation, and also the practical aspects. Side by side, we will understand the way of connecting with God. So the first question, when we say Raj Yoga, actually in the previous sessions, we have discussed a little bit about this. There were some questions also about how this is different from other kinds of yoga and meditations. So let us see different types of yoga. When we say the term yoga, there is Hatha Yoga, means the physical asanas and the postures. There is Jnana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, where they focus more on devotion of deities, Devi Devtas. Mantra Yoga and Karma Yoga. Some people, they just believe that there's no need to do anything separately. My karma, my actions, if I perform well, that is also yoga. For me, that is yoga. Some people would say that I don't need to go anywhere. I don't need to even remember God. I don't need to do any kind of rituals or anything, because if I am doing the things right, so that's good enough for me. Now, all these kinds of yoga, the popular ones. And today we are going to talk about Raj Yoga. We have been talking about Raj Yoga for the last few days, but today we are going to discuss properly the way and the methodology of practicing Raj Yoga. So here, first of all, we understand that Raj Yoga is, like we have before defined it, Raja means the king. So we can also say that it's the king of Raja of all kinds of yoga, because actually Raj Yoga includes all kinds of yoga in itself. So it's a kind of complete, comprehensive thing. And it's a complete way of life. Now, let us understand basis of Raj Yoga. Because Raj Yoga is, as we have defined earlier, that we are here talking about a connection or a communion. Because yoga means connection, yoga means communion, yoga means union, unity of two things. And in Raj Yoga, we are talking about the connection between the soul and the Supreme Soul. So we should know what is the foundation for that. Because maybe some of us or many of us have experience of some kind of bhakti or devotion, wherein we have been trying to focus or to remember God in our own way, the way that we were taught by someone. We were trying to do that. But many people often have a question or usually have this problem that we are not able to focus. We do want to focus, we do want to concentrate, but we are not able to concentrate. We are especially taking out time to remember God or any kind of bhakti or any kind of rituals. So sometimes they would feel that yes, we are sitting, we have taken out time for that also specifically, but my mind, my heart is not completely present there. It's going somewhere else. It's just wandering around. The other day, somebody asked this question as well, that why it wanders. It does, because the foundation is not clear. So let us understand this foundation, the basis of Raj Yoga, the basis of having this connection and communion with God, with the Supreme Father. So wherever we want to connect or we want to concentrate, we want to have a uninterrupted remembrance. For that, there are 4 things. First thing is introduction. Because if I want to remember someone, or if I ask you, why would I remember that person? if I don't even know him? So first thing is knowing that one. So here when we are talking about connecting with God or remembering God, first thing was introduction that we had in the previous chapter yesterday. Who is God and where is God? What is he doing actually? So proper introduction of God will help me to connect with him. And the second thing is relation. Where I have some kind of relation, there only my mind will go. If I don't have any relation, I don't feel any connection. So this is the second important basis of Raj Yoga, to experience relationship with God. Third is affection. If you have love for someone, you have affection, that feeling for someone, then only your mind will go there. And it's easier to remember. Rather, I would say it's a natural remembrance when I have affection for someone. And the fourth thing is attainments. What kind of benefit I'm getting from that one? Let me ask you, if you are receiving some special benefit from some person, of course, your mind will remember that one. There was one friend of mine, suppose, and I didn't see him for a long time. I didn't see him for like 10 years. And 10 years ago, that person has borrowed some money from me. Actually, it was not very big amount. For a few days, I remembered that. And I was actually expecting that he should come back and pay back to me. But after some time, I just let it go because I didn't even see him. I forgot him. And now suddenly after 10 years, he calls me and he says that tonight I'm coming and I'm bringing 50,000 rupees. It was not even 5,000 when he borrowed from me, but today he don't know why or whatever he realized, but he said that I am bringing 50,000 with that realization. Now whole day is still there. Whole day is there to go. He's going to appear in the evening time, but whole day I will have somewhere in my subconscious that thought about that person. Can I forget that person? Can I forget that he's coming and he's going to give me 50,000 rupees? Can I forget? No, I can. Can I complain that I'm not able to remember? No, because there is attainment. There is some benefit. Now, when I talk about God, when we are talking about remembering God, most of the people are complaining that I can't focus, I can't concentrate, I can't remember him. I want to remember him, but I end up remembering everyone else except him. So this is how it is happening. Why? Because this foundation was not there. So now we understand first introduction. Remember him as he is. And we have understood he is a point of light, the divine energy, divine light. Second thing is relation. What is my relation with him? It depends on us what kind of relation we establish with him. What kind of attainment I want to have, I can simply establish that kind of relation. Just for example, there is a very wealthy person, millionaire, billionaire, lots of wealth, and he's a great donor also. He likes to donate, he likes to help people. One beggar comes at his doorstep and he's begging for money. How much he can give to that beggar? How much? If you are in India, it's like 10 rupees, 20 rupees, 50 rupees, or 100 rupees, not more than that, right? To a beggar, how much someone would give? Not more than that. Just 5 rupees. Yeah. So, so this is how it is. Now, that's also, it seems like if he is giving 100 rupees also, it seems like a lot, right? And now, on the other hand, he has a servant, the one who is working for him with so much of trust and loyalty for many years. And he is a nice person, honest person. How much he can give to that servant? Of course, his salary, but sometimes when he needs something additional in his family, he has some issue, some problem, something extra, little bit more than the salary, or sometimes once a year a bonus, only that much, right? And he has been doing all his housework. He's been helping him for so many years, but this is the attainment. And then comes his son. His son is not doing anything for him. Rather, he is doing everything for his son. His son is never washing his clothes. He's never doing anything else for him. No cleaning, no washing, no cooking, nothing. How much he will give to his son? Everything. Everything, right? All the inheritance, all the property, what he has a feeling that it all belongs to my son, my child. So this is the magic of the relationship, what kind of relation we establish with God. Now, let me ask you, you can ask yourself, what kind of relation would you like to establish with God? Father, mother, friend, beggar, or servant? You know, sometimes people pray and they say that I am the beggar. Some people who say that I am the dust of your feet. Would you like to establish this relation or make him as my father, my mother, my friend, my teacher, my guide? What kind of relation? Of course, I want to have more attainments. Of course, I want to have everything. I want to experience all his powers, all his virtues. Okay, somebody's saying mother, somebody's saying father. So that's good, because when you establish the closer that relation is, more attainments you will experience. More closeness when you experience, it's easier to connect, easier to remember, and there is no complaint, there is no excuse that I cannot focus or I cannot concentrate. Like a mother is remembering the child. A mother is remembering the child. The child is far away, maybe another city or another country, abroad. He's gone for a study abroad. And someday she's cooking his favorite food, and while cooking the food also, she's remembering her son. There is no picture of her son there in the kitchen. But she says, my child, he is in my heart. Because there is love. So the next basis was love and affection. Where there is love and affection, because every relation is not affectionate. Or sometimes we are not experiencing affection or love in every relation. So one thing is I have to establish a relation with God. Second thing is to feel that love, to experience that affection. Then there will be more connection. Then is attainment. Then attainment is natural. I just need to remind myself what he is doing for me. And I need to realize and acknowledge that in my life at every step. Sometimes we don't even realize that what kind of attainments I'm receiving. All the good things I have received in my life. I should be thankful. I should be grateful. This thankfulness, this gratefulness also increases the intensity of my connection with God. So this is the main foundation of connecting myself with that one on this journey of Rajyoga. And then sometimes we would say that I'm not able to focus. Now, what is that which is distracting me? And then next thing is how to remove those distractions. Then comes the root of the very foundation, the seed of Rajyoga meditation. So actually any kind of negative thoughts that is coming in my mind is a distraction, of course, negative or waste thoughts. But what is the origin of all these waste thoughts? Mainly these 5 vices: lust, anger, greed, attachment, and ego. And if I've been sustaining them, if I've been giving excuse, if I've been justifying that it's okay, if I've been justifying that it's fine, it's natural because I'm a human being, I'm not God. You know, some people say that I'm not God, I can't be perfect. So it's okay as a human being to have greed, to have attachment, to have ego, a little bit of everything is okay. Is that okay? If you are justifying that it is okay, this much, little bit, not much. If this little bit is okay, then distraction is also okay. That's going to happen. Then I'm not able to focus. Because all these things are taking away, pulling my mind towards something where I don't want to go. And sometimes anger, suppose. Sometimes there are different forms of anger. Not everyone is always shouting in anger. Many a times we are angry inside, but we are not showing, we are not projecting that in our behavior. But it can be in the form of irritation, it can be in the form of hatred or jealousy for someone, right? And now I carry that, suppose I carry that jealousy for one person in my heart, and it's very, very intense, very intense, very intense irritation because of someone's inappropriate behavior. I really don't like it. I can't see that person actually. It's so annoying. If something like that is happening, what will happen? After that, carrying that negativity in my heart, then I sit in meditation. Am I able to focus? Am I able to focus? Cannot. If too much attachment with someone, I can't focus as well. If too much hatred for someone, I can't focus. So, very practical aspect of Raj Yoga is I need to clean my heart and my mind every day. This cleaning is very important. So that's why every day, end of the day, I just surrender everything. I did something good, I didn't get appreciation. Doesn't matter, leave it, because if I keep it in my heart that why they don't acknowledge, why they don't recognize my efforts. So I am keeping those negativities, that very, very low negative energy in my heart. I'm sustaining that negativity, not only keeping that. And I'm making it grow. At the same time, I am trying to attain peace. At the same time, I'm trying to receive love from God. Here, inside, have hatred. No matter for one person only or for 10, even if it is for only one person, but that hatred is sitting here, and I'm trying to experience love. Is that possible? No. So that is why, so there is a process. There is actually, right now we are getting this introduction. We will experience during this session also. But as I mentioned before, that we should be, we will do in future. We will be experiencing more after 7 days also. We plan to have some more special sessions, experiential sessions for all of you, so that you can have more experience of meditation and all these different aspects that we are talking about. So that's why when I said, what is distracting me? All these distractions, first thing is I have to accept. And then I need to work on that. But before, we already said that the way of working on that is, because this is darkness. And darkness itself is nothing, just the absence of light. So when I bring in more light, I bring in more love, more peace. At the same time, I pay attention on my actions, on my thoughts during the day. Throughout the day, while working, while performing different duties and roles, I pay attention not to keep anything negative or waste in my heart for anyone. So we can define Rajyoga in a very simple way. So it's basically forgetting your body and all bodily relations, possessions, and consider yourself as a point of light. I am a point of light, the soul, and remember God, the supreme light. This is Raj Yoga. So in simple, more even simpler is I, being the soul, in loveful remembrance of my Supreme Father. Very simple, because remembering is a very basic nature of human being. It's a psychology. We are always remembering someone or something. So in that way, we can say we are always connected somewhere. So what do we need to do basically? It's nothing additional. It's only giving a direction. Instead of remembering something negative or something wasteful, I connect there. I remember him with love, because now we know all the basis of this introduction, relation and affection, attainments. All these things when I have, then I establish a very loveful relation with my Supreme Father. Why again and again I repeat Supreme Father? Although I've been talking about you can experience all kinds of relationships with God, but I'm still repeating many times Supreme Father. Because the way we understand the things, Father means the one, because Father is the creator of the family. Of course, in India, basically, in other countries, usually other religions mostly will talk about God Father. But in India, we would say Mat Pita, mother and the father, both together. Together, they create us. So that kind of feeling is there when we say that. But from where we get the inheritance, that is from the Father. All kind of inheritance we get from Father. That's why, so he's the Father from whom I can receive all the attainments of peace, happiness, love, and all the powers that is required in my life. So in that way, we call him the Supreme Father, and with love, we address him as Baba. So if in between sometimes I mention Baba, I'm not talking about any physical human being. I'm talking about God. So you will remember that when I say Baba, I'm talking about the Supreme Father. So that we can have that loving feeling, a feeling of relationship. And yesterday we have understood, do we remember what is the name of God? Shiv. Yes. So we would call him Shiv Baba. So when we say Shiv Baba, there is no image of any human form in our minds. That is the supreme light. I am the soul, he's my father. That's why. You see, if there is someone who is holding a very big, important position in front of the world, maybe the prime minister or president, he's president for whole world, for everyone. But for his own child, how will that child address him when he comes back home? After work, he gets back home and his child will say, Mr. President? No. For him, he would say, Papa, Daddy, Baba. Because for him, there is a relation. It doesn't matter he's president or he's just a simple, any ordinary worker. So God, when we say God, that is his position, his designation, because he is the supreme, he is God, that is his identity. But when I address him in that connection, in that relation, I will address him as my father with that relation, not with the position. So that is where meditation begins. I'm remembering one story of a child. He used to go with his parents to the church. It was a Christian family, and every Sunday it was their routine to go to church for prayers. But the child was too young. He was like 4 or 5 years old, and always jumping here and there and making a mess. So one Sunday, the parents decided that we are not going to take you to the church because you are always messy and you are so naughty there and you're disturbing others also. So he requests them that please take me there. I enjoy, I like it there. Don't leave me alone. I will not make a noise. I'll not do anything. I will also do the prayer as you are doing. Okay, so he convinced the parents and they took him to the church. Now he was very sincere and he was keeping his promise because he said that I will not make a noise. When the father started the prayer, he also went there in the front, just next to the father. He also sat that because they kneel down for the prayers. So he also did the same. Whatever the father is doing, he is also copying. He saw that now father is closing the eyes. He also closed the eyes. Then he opens a little bit and looks at him. What next? Then he saw that he's saying the prayer. Now he's too small and too young to understand or repeat the prayer. But he did his best to do that. After the prayer is over, everyone opens the eyes. Father also looks at him. What is this child doing next to me sitting here? And he asks him, what are you doing? He says, first tell me, what are you doing? And the father says, I'm doing the prayer. He says, I'm doing the same. And then says, father asks him, do you know the prayer? What did you speak in the prayer? He says, yes, I said to God A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, up to Z. I spoke to him and I told him that what this father is praying, that prayer also consists all these 26 alphabets, not more than that. So I am saying all these alphabets to you. Now it's up to you how you join it. So I can only offer this much to you. So what do you think? His prayer was listened to? Definitely. Even before the prayer of the Father. So this is how it is. Because something which is spoken from the heart, it directly reaches there. Actually, the true prayer or true communication with God, it's beyond any other language. It's beyond any boundaries of the rituals or the processes what we follow externally. It's all about that internal connection. That's why I was relating this story, just to let us realize and understand what is God seeking for from all of us. He's not seeking for some set of words spoken or recited accurately. If we make a mistake in that mantra, then God will be angry with us. Not like that. He's not expecting all this from all of us. He's just expecting that love from the heart. Just like a child comes back home, he just relates whole story. Throughout the day, whatever happened, he wants to relate everything to his mother. He wants to tell her everything. When they are little, no? Children, when they are little, they share everything. And they want to innocently everything they would tell. One day, this child was told by his teacher that write a beautiful letter for your mother. And the teacher was guiding what kind of words you can use, what kind of sentences you can write. So it was like under the guidance of that teacher, he wrote a very beautiful letter for his mother. Now today, he comes back home and he's talking to the mother and saying that mother comes in front of him. He opens the letter, started reading that letter. Mother is happy. Yes, nice. Very nice. But today he's not talking as usual, what he used to talk every day, the voice of his heart. Today he's just reading that letter. And whenever the mother comes in front of him, he opens the letter and starts reading that. After once, twice, three times, what will mother say? That's okay. She would say, this is okay, this is nice, now put it down. Now speak to me, talk to me. I want to hear you. You know what I'm trying to say? I hope it makes sense. What am I doing when I go in front of God every day and I speak the same prayer every day? Try to listen to his voice, what he wants to say. He's also saying, please speak something, talk to me. This is good. The prayer was good, but it was not your voice. It was written by someone else. So I can create my own prayer every day. I can create my own dialogue with God every day. And that is Rajyoga. When I'm soul conscious, and in that soul conscious stage, I talk to him. I am also a point of light. He is also a point of light. In that form, when I communicate with him, I talk to him. That loveful connection is Rajyoga. That is meditation. And then, of course, when I'm connected, when there is network is good, you are connected, then you start receiving that energy, you start receiving all the signals, the messages, the powers, and the virtues, what he wants to offer to me as a gift, because he is always giving. I was not able to receive it, so I don't need to be a beggar. I don't need to ask for the powers and virtues. I just need to sit quietly and receive. So we can summarize the process of Raj Yoga in 3 steps: contemplation, concentration, and realization. So the first thing is contemplation, in which I am contemplating, I'm reflecting on one point. Suppose I take one point that I am a soul, I am a peaceful soul, I'm the child of God. No, this is a thought. So I start developing on this thought by contemplation. I churn. Then slowly I go into that mode of concentration. Second, concentration means then I am naturally focused in this one thought, that I am the child of God. And then I reach to the third stage, which is called realization. Then I will really feel that. I will experience being a child of God, being a point of light, being a peaceful soul. So it's not about speaking, it's about experiencing. So I will start feeling that. And when I reach that stage, then there is no question of disturbance from outside, noises from outside. Nothing can distract me, because this is a very elevated stage. So this was the basic understanding and the method. I hope this is clear to everyone. Now let us go to the other practical aspect of Raj Yoga, because in the beginning only we mentioned that Raj Yoga is not only about sitting for an hour or half an hour, and yes, I did good meditation, and throughout the day I don't even pay attention. It's not like that. Raj Yoga is a way of life. So how practically I implement this meditation or Raj Yoga as a way of life, how I can, what kind of awareness I can be in throughout the day, practically, because you can't always sit and focus there. It's only changing awareness. Let us have a look on this. So we have actually understood, we have seen this in the previous lessons. Yesterday also we discussed a little bit about the corporeal world. The world where we are staying now is the corporeal world, the Sakar Lok. So this is the earth made of 5 elements, and we are all performing our actions through this body here. But now when we realize that I am not this body and I'm a soul, And this realization is not only during sitting in meditation, but it is throughout the day. I bring that awareness into my conscious mind. And then slowly it becomes part of my subconscious. It becomes very natural. When I always stay in this awareness that my original home is up there. My original home is incorporeal world. So while performing my actions, first awareness that will help me is the awareness as an actor. When I remember that this world is a stage, and all of us, all the souls in different costumes, we are playing our role. But I will remember, I am a soul. I am not the role. I will remember this life is like a drama and everyone is an actor. And what will happen? I will able to enjoy, just like a movie, just like you watch a movie and you enjoy it. There are some positive characters, some negative characters, some very negative characters also. In the whole movie, that one character, he didn't do anything good, but he got the award. He got the award. Why? Because he did exactly what he was supposed to do. According to the script, he did his best. So there are people around us playing different roles. So I will enjoy every scene. I will enjoy every role. That is also a practical aspect of soul conscious. When we say soul conscious, it's not only looking at the point. If you go out and stare at someone and then just trying to find out the star here, that's not very practical because they will feel you are strange. No, it's about internal attitude towards the people around me. When I look at them, when I observe them, very gentle observation. I'm observing them, I'm realizing they are different roles. And sometimes it was there in one of our lessons of everyday study. That sometimes you should observe it, watch it like a cartoon show. Kids like cartoon show. So like cartoons are jumping and they're doing any crazy things. They do crazy things, but we enjoy. So there will be people around us doing crazy things, but we can still enjoy because we know we are all actors. So we will not have a question mark, rather it will be easier for us to put a full stop. This is it. It's their role. They are just playing the role according to their script. Everyone has got their own script. So no question mark why he does like that, why he's always like that. I'm trying to make him understand, but he's not understanding anything. Why? You got the answer of why? Ram cannot say that why Ravan is always so cruel. See how I am talking to him. I'm so polite, so soft, and so kind. And look at him. What kind of response he is giving? He's Ravan. He's supposed to be like that. So there are people around us like that. They are supposed to be like that. And they are doing it perfectly. So this is the other practical aspect of being soul conscious. But they are also children of God. They are also children of God. So I just accept everyone as they are. So this is the first awareness in soul conscious stage. Now let us see the next awareness. Awareness as a player. As a soul, we all came to this playground. If take it like a playground, this whole world is like a playground. We all are players because life is a game. And in any kind of sports, any kind of game, it's not that always I will win. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, because basically It's for fun, it's for enjoyment. It was not for competition. So when the situations come, when the challenges will come in front of me, I will enjoy, because it's like a game. I play with them because I pass it. Learn lessons from failures. You cannot always be successful. Successful in terms of the way I want the things to happen, it is not going to always happen that way. And no escapist attitude, because good player will not escape even if the game is very, very tough, very, very difficult. If somebody is playing cricket and he says that I want to play, but when the ball comes, I'm really scared. He should not put this kind. I can just play. If you give a very soft kind of ball, I can play. But if you put it hard, I'm scared. I can't play. You can't complain like that. You are in the playground. You have to face all kinds of balls. You have to face it. We have chosen to be here in the playground as players. So we can't complain about it. No, this one is okay. That one is not okay. Not like that. That's not practical. So bring that awareness of being a player and enjoy the game every moment. And the next awareness is also very interesting. That is the awareness as a guest. And this is the truth. This world is a guest house. We all are nothing more than a guest here. If I'm a guest, we all are guests, then life will become like a celebration. I have come here on this journey. I'm a guest here. I enjoy everything, and then I will go back. I know one day I will go back. Nothing belongs to us. This is a big issue. When something belongs to me, there is problem. Problem begins from there. So prepare for the return. I am here, but I'm ready to go back anytime. So it will be easier for me to stay detached. Just like I give you one example. Suppose you go for a travel tourism outside anywhere and you book a hotel or a guest house. You're staying there for 3 days. So 3 days you are using all the furniture there, using everything. But inside, you always remember this bed, this sofa, this chair, this table. It doesn't belong to me. After 3 days, when I leave from here, when I'm here, while 3 days while I'm here, I'm enjoying everything. It's so comfortable. It's so nice. I'm enjoying it. But when I'm leaving, I will leave everything here. I know it's only for 3 days. I have paid for it and I will leave. And if I stay for 10 days, the same. After 10 days, when I leave everything here. I'm not going to take anything with me. And if it is 10 years, also the same. And if it is 100 years, it's the same. It applies to life. We enjoy everything of this world here on this planet. But when we leave, we all know that we are going to leave everything. So it's not only in that last moment when the soul is leaving the body and leaving very, very painfully, because we got so attached with the things around us, my house, my car, my family, my this, my that. I got so attached that it becomes so painful to leave. When I already know that, why don't we bring this awareness? I am the soul, I am the guest here. I'm using everything, but the day I will leave everything here. So no attachment. More enjoyment. No attachment is more fun. This is the reality of life. I will enjoy the journey of life. And this is the practical aspect of being soul conscious and also remembering that my home is there. I'm going to go back one day. So let us, then why I'm here? Now, next question is, we have to go back. We are just here for a while. Then why I came? What is the purpose of coming here? Why we just didn't stay there in that home? Why did I come here? We all are on this eternal journey. In this picture, actually, you can see one more thing. Before, I just explained the corporeal world, which is here, the earth, this planet, and all other, so many other planets are here in this physical corporeal world. And up there is the incorporeal world, that is my home. And in between, there is a third one, which is called subtle region, subtle world, or the angelic world. I'm not going into the detail of that right now. That can be done in the future classes after the 7 days course. But I'm just telling you. And coming to the earth and going back to Paramdham is like a continuous process. We come, then we go back, then we come. But why? What is the purpose of coming on this earth? It's very interesting to know. I come here to express myself. And another thing is to experience. Also to experience a relationship with the Supreme. First, I experience myself and I express myself. Because when I'm there in the soul world, it's only the soul, no body. So if we see it like this way, soul is like a CD. It has all the recordings inside, but only CD cannot express itself. You need a CD player. When that CD is put into the CD player, then you come to know what is recorded inside. So every soul has its own unique role, unique qualities, potentials. But how will I explore that? When I come down on this planet, I take this body, I express myself. And through that expression, I actually start knowing myself. It's not about knowing others, it's about knowing myself. When I come into connection with you, and with the other one, with the third one, with the fourth one, different kinds of people I come into contact with, I come into connection with different kind of people, how I react, how do I respond? This shows who am I, what is my quality, what is my weakness, what is my potential, what is my strength. That is reflected when I come in contact here with people. The same way, their souls are there, God is there in that soul world, but everything is so quiet and silent. We don't even know we are sitting with God. Because soul without the body, just like body without the soul cannot do anything, soul also cannot do anything without the body. Because soul, if I want to speak, I need a mouth to speak. I want to interact with you. I need to listen through these ears. I need this instrument to express and to experience. So even to understand God, the search for God also begins when I'm here. When I'm there, there's nothing. So it's like a very interesting journey of coming and going. It's very interesting. And another interesting thing is some people still will feel, why did I need to come here at all? I would just love to stay. If I'm given that choice, I would just love to stay there. It is like when we are experiencing pain, we are experiencing sorrows here, we experience hurt, then people say that I want liberation, I just want to go there. I don't want to come into this cycle of life and death. I don't want to come here. This is when we experience pain. It's same like a child when goes out to play and they had a quarrel with someone and he just got hurt or something. He comes back home and tells his mother, I'm not going to play tomorrow. But you see, tomorrow when he wakes up, he forgets everything because he wants to play again. He will go back to the same friends again and start playing again. This is how it happens with all of us. We also go back. We are in silence. We love that silence, but we not only we need silence, we need happiness. We need to experience love. We need to experience all other qualities that I can experience only when I come on this planet. So it's a very beautiful exploration, actually. So now, in next few minutes, in meditation, we will experience our journey upwards. Ready for that? I, the soul, the shining star. I'm playing my role here. I'm an actor. I'm a player. I'm a guest here. So I prepare myself to go back for a while, sit there for some time, experience the silence and peace of my home, charge myself, and then I come back. I meet God. I need to see him often because that is my eternal relation, my eternal connection, the most elevated one, the most beautiful one. So let us begin with this journey now. So let us sit in silence. I detach myself from everything else around me. Sit quietly, prepare myself for this journey. I, the shining star, the soul, point of light, leaving this physical body, I go beyond on this beautiful journey towards my home, beyond this physical world, beyond the sky, beyond the 5 elements, the sun, moon, and stars. My home is pulling me back. I, the shining star, very lovingly, am going to meet my Supreme Father in that abode of silence. I see myself in that world of light. There are so many other stars like me. Among all those stars, brightest one. Most beautiful one. Almighty, Supreme Father. I am so near to Him. He is the ocean of love, ocean of peace, ocean of happiness. Sitting here under His canopy of light, I experience His divine love. I feel the sweet silence of His home. The rays of that divine light are charging me. I feel empowered. I feel being loved. I experience the peace that I was seeking for a long time. My soul is getting charged with this energy. This is the real comfort and contentment. After a long journey of life, as I come here, I feel so relaxed. I charge myself and prepare for further journey, empowering myself and preparing to go back to the corporeal physical world once again. I fly back through the skies, back to this planet, into this body, the shining star. Shining much brighter than before. Much more peaceful than before. while sitting in this body, coming back to this planet, even with open eyes. Now I see the world in a different perspective. I can see and experience every soul as a unique actor. I don't have any complaints from anyone. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti Didi. Can we go ahead with questions?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So the first question is, mantra is also written by someone, but it has meaning and these are powerful too. So can we say that they cannot reach God?
Yes, it is powerful. It has meaning. Before going into the detail of that, let me just explain a little bit about the word mantra. The word itself, the literal meaning of the word mantra means advice. So every mantra is giving me an advice to do something or to become something or to act in a particular way. If I am just chanting or repeating, but I'm not listening to that advice, I'm not implementing that advice, then it's just mere words. But that was originally an advice given to us to do something. So let's take it a simple one like Om Namah Shivaya. Om means I am. Namah means I greet. Namaste. Shiva is the God. So I am actually greeting God. And if I repeat it few times, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, it seems like when a child is talking to his father, when father comes back home and the child says, good evening, Papa. Good evening, Papa. 3 times, good evening, Papa. 4 times, good evening, Papa. And Papa will say, speak now. It's enough of good evening now. Now you can continue to speak further what you want to say. So that is something like that, because I'm not saying there is something wrong in that. It's not reaching God. It is reaching God. But after that, he wants to listen to your voice also. The voice of your heart. Makes sense?
Yeah. So the next question is, how do we detach from someone? It's easily said than done.
Yeah. Yeah, first thing is, why do I attach with someone? The reason of attachment is always rooted in some expectations. We agree or we don't accept, it doesn't matter, but actually there is some expectation behind every attachment. Sometimes from outside, externally, it looks like selfless. But there is a big difference between love and attachment. Love is very pure energy. Love is always detached. Love is selfless. But attachment is very selfish. Even if I'm saying that I love you, I'm attached to you is equal to I love you. Usually for people, they define it like that. But then we want you to be happy. So we do everything for you to be happy so that you stay happy, you smile. And if you don't smile, I feel sad. So there is an expectation in that also, that if you smile, If you respond positively for whatever I'm doing for you, then I will be happy. So attachment is quite painful thing. First, I need to understand that. So then we will stop justifying that attachment is normal. Then only we will shift towards pure love. And pure love is beyond any conditions and expectations. And that can happen when I experience love from God. Because that is very unlimited kind of love. Eternal, unlimited, and abundant love. When I experience that, I allow God to love me. Then I can love everyone without attachment.
The next question is, it's difficult for me to consider God as point of light. How do I have a relationship with a point of light? It seems abstract. So this person gave an example also. When I remember my son, I already know him. But sometimes for now, like when I think about God, it seems abstract to me. So how do I deal with this?
See, when you see yourself as a body, easier to remember your son because he is also into body. So that's why first step is I consider myself also as a point of light. And my father is also point of light. If I consider myself as a body, then God as a point of light, of course, seems like abstract. Because there is a big difference here, such a big body, and there, only point of light. So that is why, one simple example, when we connect, like you make an electrical connection also, you connect two wires, you need to remove that rubber, the insulin on that wire, insulation. So that insulation, if you don't remove, what will happen? You just tie a knot, but there is no flow of current. Now what is happening here is God is without any insulation, no rubber on that, but I have a big body consciousness, including all the relationships of relating with, connecting with this body. Until I remove this, I cannot feel that love and flow of energy and relation, what you actually are understanding. I can see that you are understanding, but you are not able to experience, because the first subject of being soul conscious is very important. That is in the foundation. Once you do that, you will experience the love.
How can I accept something ASAP as soon as possible?
If you want to, then you can. And if you don't want to, nobody can help. And why I would want to accept something? I will only when logically, from my intellect and also from my heart says this is beneficial. Now, I don't know in what context you are asking this question, but then I just give my own example. Suppose there is someone who has done something wrong for me and really did very bad. And I say that I'm not able to forgive that person. I'm not able to accept this person in my life anymore. I'm not able to accept because I'm not able to forgive. I'm not able to forgive because I don't want to forgive. As soon as I realize I want to forgive, you will see it takes only 1 second, maybe less than that. I just let go. Because it's not the thing that is holding me. I am holding the things. I am holding the grudges. I need to let go. I become the master. That is Rajyoga, self-mastery. I become the master. And I am able to accept if I want to. It's actually as simple as that.
The next question is, how does the soul choose the body in physical form, and what is the karmic connection between soul and body?
Yeah, we will take this question in the lessons where it is relevant. About the karma when we talk about, and then reincarnation we will talk about. You will get the answer.
And the next is, I have been practicing to seeing myself out of the body for some minutes. Is it dangerous?
Mm-hmm. It's not dangerous, but you have to be aware of one fact, that actually soul is not leaving the body. It's only my awareness going there. And if you try hard also that you are leaving this body, soul will remain in this body until, because from the birth of this body to the death, how it is defined, when soul entered, that is the birth, and when it left, that is the death of this body. So if you're still alive, it's okay then. You're still alive. That means that soul is there in the body, but you, in your awareness, you are practicing something. Like in meditation also, we experience that I am beyond this body. I can see this body as a detached observer. But that is only in my awareness, with my understanding, with my logic. Because meditation is something which is where we use the intellect. So with that intellect and awareness, I experience that also. But reality is that soul is here in the body, but I'm not the body. That awareness.
And the next question is, meditation means silence. So why are there tears in our eyes?
Mm-hmm. Meditation needs silence. Meditation not only means silence, it is much more than that. Because in that silence, you are able to experience yourself. In silence, in quietness, you can see all the innate qualities you can experience. If you remember the 7 qualities of the soul, there is peace, there is love, there is happiness, there's power, purity, knowledge. All these qualities are there, but because we are always living in this noisy world, and we are engaged, our mind is engaged in listening to those noises and voices of outside world. So as soon as I quiet myself in silence, then I experience that. And when you experience love, the true love from within, you experience I am love, you experience the love from the Supreme, that those tears are the tears of love. It can be the tears of joy. It can be the tears of finding something after a long, long time of search. So that experience brings tears. It's okay, it's normal to have tears.
And today's last question. Sometimes without reason, I feel very low.
Actually, what I experience at any given point of time, suppose right now, suddenly I was happy, I was okay, but suddenly I feel sad or low. It's not about only about this moment if something has happened, but sometimes there is accumulated feelings, accumulated karma also. Something I have done before, that emerges, the result emerges. I have given pain to someone, I have given sorrow to someone, or I did something which I knew that it's not right, but somewhere I kill my conscience and I still did that. That time somehow I convinced myself, it's okay, it's fine, everyone is doing like that, so it's okay. But somewhere inside, because my inner voice was telling me that's not right, so that feeling is stored in the subconscious, and whenever I will sit quietly or I'm not doing anything, and suddenly that feeling will emerge. So it's all accumulated feelings because of my own actions. And it can be this life's actions, it can be past life's actions as well. So I can heal that. I can heal that when I saturate the soul with so much of positive energy from now. I can heal this sadness, no matter how deep it is.
Didi, there's one last question. When I use my intellect to visualize, is it the power of visualization that brings about change? If not, how is the change happening?
Yes, this is visualization, but there's difference between visualization and imagination. One is imagination. You can imagine anything that doesn't make sense, also you can imagine. But when we say visualization, we are visualizing something that was real. That is my reality, but I had forgotten that. I didn't remember that. And now in this moment, I'm reminding. And of course, when I'm reminding myself, I create an image. More clear is the image, faster will be the transformation. Because that image creates a belief, or it empowers the belief which I already have. It's like watering my belief with that vision every day. Definitely, it helps in transformation. Actually, your question was the answer itself, what you said.
Okay, with that, and that's the last question. And I would like to thank you, Didi, for such an enlightening session. And also thanks to all the participants for being a part of this Raj Yoga course. We hope that you continue with the sessions, continue with the upcoming sessions too. And also, if you have any doubts, you can write it down and send it to the WhatsApp number that's been given. Thank you, Didi. Thank you so much. And thanks to all. Om Shanti.